Where is everybody? Oh, there we go.
Look what the tide brought him. Harry, you're bleeding all over the place. You're half dead.
Ah, that's just half dead.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant compared to what you've just seen.
True.
This is the man with sunglasses from the Whirling in Rags. But where are his sunglasses?
No one else seems bothered by the bleeding.
Bothered by it? Harry, you look like you need a fucking organ transplant. Oh, fuck it. Let's not get into that.
Wait, you're the man with the sunglasses.
That's right. And you're bleeding.
Who are you?
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstam. I believe we've met on several occasions.
Nope.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean Vicomar, and this is your special task force. Or what's left of it. Special Consultant Trent Heilerstam, Patrol Officer Judith Minot.
Why didn't you tell me any of this, like, a week ago?
Hi.
Maybe before I got shot.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
How nice.
Lieutenant Kim Kisuragi, Prison 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us.
The scene is making even him feel as though he has to justify your actions.
We might need your help with something later.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not a naughty boy.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
Okay, you gotta have my back. Let's destroy. Thank you, Lieutenant.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
Letting the lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed over the shitstorm that's about to befall you.
What's this about?
Ari, we want to help you. Trent, I believe this is where you come in?
This is the horse-faced woman. I don't know why you named her that, but it was beyond idiotic. You should never address her using those words again.
Yeah, no shit, it's super rude.
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science. My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
He does not want to be here.
No, Trent, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
Where have you been all this time? Oh wait, you mentioned a task force.
Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells?
Refresh my memory. Who else is in this?
Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn Major Crimes Unit. There's you, me, Jude, Trent fucking Heidelstown, and Guillaume Baby.
I'm technically just a civilian advisor.
Oh, fuck you. You're part of this shit show.
And who's Ilime Bevy?
Oh, that's an interesting story, actually. Guillaume Bevy is a police reporter who joined our team. He was really good. Then he left because he lost faith in your ability to lead the unit. Other people have left too. Good, smart people. People we won't get back. Only me and this really patient patrol officer are still here. And Tron because I'm forcing him to stay.
Is this Guillaume Bevy blonde and partial to sunglasses?
Is this Guillaume Bevy blonde with sunglasses?
See? There. He's getting it. I was impersonating him. Look at me, I'm G. Bevy. It was going to be funny, but then you really did have brain damage. So not so much anymore.
Oh, you were pretending to be somebody else. Thinking it was all a big joke. Meanwhile, I'm walking around with actual brain damage.
He sincerely thought it was going to be amusing for both of you.
Oh, you're an asshole.
Do? It's a major crimes unit. We cleared the desk of cases so Precinct 41 doesn't look like the worst station in town. We are shit tier now, Harry. Because of you.
The 41st isn't...
Duped again. No one's who they say they are. Oh, wait, no. So, Trent...
Duped? Hey, here's a brilliant idea. Don't be a morbid drunk and you won't be duped so easily.
Gardener, scab leader, this? Tell me at least you are who you said you were.
Yes, I'm still Kim Kisuragi, still a lieutenant from Precinct 57.
Can always count on you, Kim.
Still caught up in this crossfire, too.
So Trent Hiddleston turns out to be Special Consultant Trent Hiddleston. Still don't remember this guy.
Yes, I'm Trant Heilestam. I never said I wasn't Trant Heilestam.
Kid? I do not remember this guy. Are we supposed to know this guy? What was up with the kid? I remember the kid.
Mikhail?
Oh!
Mikhail was my son.
Oh, he was the dude in front of the mural. Yeah, what's with all the interesting history?
No, I was just interested in the
Spying
Feld
on me?
building and the Martinez beachhead. And Mikhail wanted to see Martinez. It was a coincidence.
Him being there with his son, it was not a coincidence. It's difficult to see, but he was worried about you. And also interested in the Feld building.
It's efficient. I like that. So, what are you special consulting here?
What indeed? I was asked to share my take on some of the more obscure theories developed in Königstein in the 30s, like partial psychotraumatic amnesia, group personality theory.
He's here to see if you're insane. He is smart. Let's move on.
And I'm sorry I didn't recognize you before.
It's okay. I didn't come here to gloat or to fool you. Neither did he, actually. We're just worried.
That's right. Worried. I'm always worried about you. Every time you don't show up to work, or when you do but stink. You're a worry fest. She's worried about you. I'm worried about you. Even Special Consultant Backpedal is worried about you. Everyone worries. Instead of working.
So where have you been all this time?
Where have we been? We've been fucking off as far as I remember. You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All will burn. Detect or die.
I said all those things? I'm not like that anymore.
Sure. You're not a superstar law official. Talk on the town is your Guillaume Le Million reincarnate. I know this shit. Nothing has changed.
None of this is ringing any bells.
The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trant, this is where you come in. How bad is it?
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia, episodic and semantic.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money, Isola, Pell, and so on.
As displayed in a station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
Something so sad happened to me that I couldn't be me anymore. It was a defense mechanism.
Psychotraumatic amnesia, Trant? I can go for that. Shit kid is a broken man. Always has been. Who isn't? I know I am. But you know what? I keep my shit together. Also, I know a person can't wipe their own mind, however traumatic it gets. That doesn't happen. You're lying, or insane, or both.
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before.
I have?
Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the two drunks case, the other when we looked into that mural.
The two cases in your ledger. The unsolvable case and the Next World mural. Those were recent. Those cases were hard on you.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect? Look at the sensory input here. Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world tape, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it. Total input.
You're making that up.
Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for it to end.
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless.
I'm with Jean
glad
on that one.
about you. Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a cretin now? I want to know that.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
Line detective's good for now.
For now, I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the body? Or do we need to get him on a disability pension?
Ooh,
Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here.
just stand there.
Yeah. Just stand there. It's cool.
Really?
No. Now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
I drove it into the ocean when I was drunk.
Ah, so refreshing. He just admits it. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property that's coming out of everyone's payslip. It doesn't matter.
Should have burnt it.
Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
Got my badge right here. Wait, my badge?
The thing that tells people you're a police officer.
Okay, I got it right here.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic, and the badge slips out of your hand.
I'm proficient in catching small objects. Let's see how proficient I am. Hey! That's pretty good considering I got a sword in one
today,
hand and a
badge.
gun in the other. Not today, badge. Behold, my badge.
And your gun?
As if having your badge and gun are natural states, not achievements.
I have a new gun now.
I don't care if you have a new gun. I only care about your old gun. Your official sidearm. You lost it, didn't you?
This is a great gun. Maybe it's not some kind of flashy sidearm.
I don't care. Where is the gun the RCM gave you to kill people with? Where is that one?
Yeah, I don't have that one.
I knew it. I told you you wouldn't have it.
This isn't cause for celebration. It's bad.
I would say it's very bad. Yes. You're drunk like an asshole, Harry. Please put the stolen firearm away before you kill someone.
I'm not drunk. I haven't started drinking again.
So you forgot to drink? I don't buy it. Why do you smell like a corpse then?
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a week. Sorry I smell bad.
A bit of a week? You're drunk, and you let a suspect escape, a certain Clasier, because you were too drunk to assess a flight risk.
We've read the report, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsuhagi's. We know.
Not taking her in was the right thing to do. She gave a vital clue that led us to the island.
Oh well. if she was nice. I'm not even gonna get into the other suspect, the one who shot herself in the head. Or the fact that you're Evra Claire's little peony now, doing I don't know what for him. That's small-time stuff. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote. Compared to the 8 people who were gunned down, the streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking mass murder.
Hey, they should have listened to me.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired and vetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals. He did so at considerable risk to his own life. He was shot, not once, but twice. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been.
Yeah, it was a massacre. We got wiped. Where the hell were you?
Don't make this harder for yourself.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation. You've spent the week with him on this case. What is your take?
On the case?
On Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois.
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's all true. Although he has not been drinking on the job this week.
See?
1 week.
Since you looked at me, tilt your head to the side and said I'm angry.
Then there's the superstardom. He likes to, from time to time, allude to being a superstar law official. At first I thought it was a joke, but now I'm not so sure. He says disco about 20 times a day.
Oh, that's an exaggeration.
It's just strange, especially in light of his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a true blue moralist, a man of the center, not prone to political outbursts, which is commendable, but also at odds with his behavior. And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, something I was not present for. But despite all this, he is a great detective, one of the best I have seen, in fact. He can talk human beings into telling him everything, and he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped pursuing leads, however far-fetched and tangential. He is tireless, madly driven. Well, except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke, which, by the way, I have to disagree with you, Mr. Vicmar, was a valiant effort. He really sang his heart out.
Now we're getting to the real nitty-gritty.
Okay, he did something.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator, locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation. He apprehended a straggler who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also discovered a new species.
A new species?
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds. It unfolded from the reeds. I think we may be dealing with the Insulindian phasmid.
Great. Kim's gonna get us both locked up.
He takes out the photo of the phasmid and shows it to the officers across the yard. The wind blows, flapping the glossy rectangle in his hand. You hear gasps beneath the howling of the wind.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
So, as you can see, I'm a pretty okay detective.
Fucking hell. Is this somehow connected to the case?
The killer did not seem to be aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
The phasmid may have contributed to his mental state in some way over the years.
So it is connected.
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary. I don't even have words for it.
Yes. It really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
This is a very, very sad man who has just seen something that's made him forget his sadness. Now you make your case. Now is the time. Now or never.
Killer Lillian Dross. Lilanvik Dross. We have a strong motive for him.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym.
Revolutionary matronym?
The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Krasovich, Lasovich, etc. The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist atavism, so they used matronyms, derived from the mother's name instead. This man's mother was Lilian, his Lilian's son, Lilianovich. The custom was overturned after the revolution failed, but not before it made it to Revachol.
Huh.
So, it is what a soldier of the ICM would be called.
Thank you, Trant. Thank you for that piece of cultural theory. You said you have a motive?
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
He wasn't quite sure about the straggler before he heard this detail. It must have convinced him.
Killed the mercenary in an act of jealousy.
Jealousy? I thought this Lilianovich was an old man. To have been hiding for 50 years. Like 70-something.
A strange psychosexual fascination, the result of spending all this time in solitude on the islands of this bay. And trauma too. He himself gave a political reason. In his mind, he had killed an enemy combatant. Also, we have ballistics from the gun, matching the bullet found in the dead mercenary's head, and 2 officers on the scene that Mr. Dross confessed to.
It's a clean win.
It's way more than that.
Still not completely satisfied with it. It could be just a little neater. Maybe... No, we'll toot our own harm. It's more than that. A perfect folding mechanism, like the Phasmid.
Perfect folding mechanism. Get over yourself, Harry. I can still smell the booze on the wind.
God damn it. Doesn't it ever leave? It is there, like in your bones or something. It will pass in time.
I also looked into the mystery of the doomed commercial area.
I don't know what a doomed commercial area is.
Rue de Saint-Gisellen 10, a commercial building where all buildings or businesses go bankrupt.
Why? That's not what you were supposed to do here.
There was a fridge we needed and a possible witness. He was just chasing a lead and ended up advising a local shopkeeper. It was okay.
Of course. Call it community outreach, right?
Yeah, exactly. Also, I found a dead man.
Yes. Fallen through a gap in a boardwalk. Drunk.
And how did you know I found him?
The body was transported to Precinct 41, our morgue. I had Tilbrook and Mullins take care of funeral arrangements and family stuff.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry. This all comes back
Why?
to us.
It sure felt like it this week while you assholes were letting me get shot.
Still, good work with the missing person, detective.
I also confiscated some drugs from Kuno's dad.
Who's Kuno?
Oh, you don't want to get into that.
You don't want to know.
You're right, Lieutenant. I don't. You snorted the drugs, I know you did. It's alright. I mean, at this point, anything is but the drink.
Jesus. No, we didn't. I don't think we snorted the drugs. I also started a nightclub in a church.
What was that? It sounded like you set up a nightclub in the church.
Yeah, I did some kids a solid. I turned their lives around. And also, yeah.
4 kids were living in a tent on the ice. They were going to drown when it melted. It's not optimal, but the building was abandoned, so he put them in there. It's okay.
It's not that okay. Get off this subject now.
Also, the phasmid was female.
Female? What makes you think so?
You had to see it. It had the subdued colors of a female. And the nesting behavior too, I think.
Also, we had a
Incredible.
huge
Were there
conversation
eggs in the
in my head.
Not as far as I could see. There were other things there, though.
It had gathered items in its nest, a helmet and a scope.
Actually, you know, this would indicate it was a male. This is far from anything in my field, but I think such nests are called bowers. They are for attracting mates.
Bowers are built by males of the species who can't afford colorful mating displays physically. This one was plain colored.
I still think it was female.
Of course, as I said, I'm only guessing. I didn't see it. It must be robust if it can move a whole helmet with its limbs.
And it had mandibles that looked like hair. It was completely white on the inside.
Yes, but also reed-colored, beige and brown, a little green on the outside. After unfolding from a single stalk, it still retained parts that looked like reed tufts on its limbs.
Incredible. The PR value of this is exceptional. Carp discovers new species. Maybe even discovers the Insulindian phasmid. No, that's too much.
This would really help with some of the problems we've been having.
Absolutely, this is great. This does not say vigilante murderers to me at all. This says science, news, human interest. You know, it's a really good thing you have that photo.
It's a really good thing we have that photo.
Without it,
You're doing good here. Perhaps only for a moment, but still.
What do you say? Want to take this hot shit back?
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder.
Yeah.
So I have to. Jude,
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
Now you will finally get to know who you are.
Wait, I have a few questions before we go. About who I am.
The man looks westward, impatiently, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Who am I?
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry. Well,
What?
obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but
Before?
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
That does explain a lot.
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the bicep girth, your inexplicable facial hair.
Collection of fallen sportswear? I haven't collected any fallen sportswear.
Some of your more old-school wording choices. Your posture, even. The constant stretches.
Also, this guy. Just everything about this guy.
Why did I join the RCM then?
the regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big fight. Be more than you are. All that.
You, every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach gym. She, leaving for the academy with her spring coat on. The air filled with the smell of smoke and raspberries, and incredible hope. An ocean full of hope.
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run like that. He's an honest-to-God gym teacher.
Okay, so am I a dirty cop working for La Puta Madre?
No.
As the suspects seem to think.
You're too unstable to work for a mob boss. You're suicidal, Harry. No mob boss would take you.
Ah, fair enough.
I assure you, I wouldn't consult for a corrupt unit.
He would immediately backpedal out of it.
The Phasmid. I need to tell Lena about this ASAP.
Who is Lena?
Cryptozoologist. She lives in Jamrock. She told me about the Phasmid.
Well, good luck finding her once we get back.
She and her husband were conducting the search for the Phasmid. It's their discovery, in part. I'm sure we'll find them. They should know as soon as possible. It would do you good to deliver some positive news for a change.
She is going to be over the moon.
So, why am I like this?
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk.
Who?
Dora something. Dora England. Yeah, you mentioned the name.
Not Dora Dubois.
So we weren't even married.
No one is married anymore. This is Revachol.
When was this?
God, I don't know. 6 years ago? She was way before my time.
6 years?
Yeah. Or 7. You're not doing too good there. It's an old man thing. 2 old years equals 1 normal year. That and Dora Engelund really tore you a new one. A big one.
Who was she?
Incredibly bangable.
Figures.
Extremely fuckable, Harry. Gorgeous. A gorgeous bourgeois woman. Wayfish. Like a Welkin, basically.
Snow Welkin. Blonde Welkin. Heartbreak Welkin.
I've only seen a picture, but it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was. One you never recuperated from.
Look, the sun is going down. It's time to go home.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east. Hard to say which came first, the middle-class chick or the drink. Egg and the chicken kind of thing. My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several degrees harder. Is there something harder than a psychiatrist? A forensic psychiatrist? Go talk to that.
Just get all of the therapy.
In other words, he's heard enough about this.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi, what do you do now?
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain.
About what?
Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol. I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate.
You want to do that at Station 41?
Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of 2 captains with my doom-mongering.
No, I mean investigate. Come work in Precinct 41.
Work with Price? I'm flattered, but I don't know if I...
Would fit in. Am crazy enough. Can take the stress. He doesn't know how to finish the sentence. This truly came as a surprise to him. Not a bad one, but he's at a loss.
Flattered? You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more central to it than the harbor.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get back to. Mountains, even.
I do like the sound of that.
He's really considering it.
Aww. I'm ready.
Good.
She's cold.
Fuck it, let's go. Tron brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
Under the evening sky, the great district turns on its lights. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls inside. Fire traps as far as the eye can see, from Main Street to Precinct 41, atop the motorway, to Boogie Street, disappearing into the rain on the horizon.
Thanks, asshole neighbors. Why don't you just get a car like a normal person?
You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber. In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles. Spring has come. It's time. Torsen? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Vicmere? Yes. Dubois? Of course. Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Potomac Price gestures with a ballpoint pen. It's dim in the office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through. When he does, he'll side with the RCM. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minot, of course.
Don't let out the antidote. I don't know what that means, but welcome in, Raiden. I'm pretty sure we're wrapping up the game.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
Can't believe I didn't find a better set of gloves than that. This entire playthrough. Yep, okay, so yeah, that was it. That's Disco Elysium. Kinda thought we'd get a chance to talk with all the other, like, townspeople one more time, but I guess not. I guess there we go. So that was cool. That was really cool. I'm not. I think the mechanics of it could be better. I still feel that my skills didn't overlap as much as they maybe should have. And some, you know, a lot of roles that I should have been able to slide right through were kind of unreasonably hard, and then other things that, you know, I wasn't even trying to do, I was able to get through. And yeah, dice rolls are gonna dice roll, but it feels like the way you spec into things doesn't matter as much as it could or should. That's really the only complaint I have with the game. I feel that there could be more bonuses and stuff, but man, just good story, good performances, and considering the amount of stuff that I didn't resolve, I can't even imagine how much more content there is in this that I never even knew about. So very cool. I'm curious how other plays would go, you know, if you spec and behave in different ways. I am a little unsure about some of the side story stuff. Like, very cool world building with, you know, this world is like kind of in a series of slowly collapsing pocket dimensions, I think. They built a whole history. Ancient reptilian brain. That guy knows his voice actor. They built like just a huge history for this world. Just amazing world building, and then threw in a little sci-fi in it too, with like what they call it, the edge of reality or something, you know, the hole in reality, whatever that was. And it was cool. I don't know that it actually mattered. It was way more than the game demanded of it, which, hey, good for them. But also, like, you could have done more, I guess. But still, very cool. Kuno and the Boy Strikebreaker, same guy. Good on you, Oliver. Oliver Denbury or something. I didn't catch the last name. He owned that part. He did. Nobody's ever gonna forget Kuno. But, yeah, like looking through all these characters, I do kind of want to. I want to see where they all ended up after this. We get like epilogues. I wonder how much more world there is to this. This is a hugely detailed world for a game that's, I mean, from what I understand, this is all that's ever going to be part of it. Which is a shame. But man, what a story. Can we speed these up? No, we're just sitting through them. Also good music. Very chill vibes on the music. Except for now, I guess. Now we're getting intense. The voice actor of the Spanish trailer. Wow, they're going all out with the credits. Disco Waldo? Is that what they called it in Korea? Portuguese localization. Boy, I wonder how the different localizations would work, because did they have the voice actors? Because there's a lot of accents in this, so like, did they have the characters that would speak with like a French accent? Do a French accent in all these different languages? Be wild. Just running out the clock now, basically. The Germans. The French. The Russians. Special thanks to the Community Translation Group for their ideas and insights. Huh. Estronic LQA. There's a lot of people. God, I can't imagine how much proofreading you would need to do in this game. I mean, there is so much text. And there have to be so many variations to all the text. Like, you know, if you did you know, if there's a voice line for if you did a thing or if you didn't do a thing. There's so much of the game. Did they speed up? They sped the credits up. Even the credits were like, okay, we gotta get this over with. We're on the clock here. French look. Well, now we're just doing. I think we're like running through them again. Come on, all this stuff should have been done already. Both of the Japanese translators were named Yusuke. That's great. Font licenses. Oh, which fonts did they use? Everybody at Larian Studios, really? What's Larian Studios' connection to this game? They did. This sped up the credits so the credits would end on this note of the song. Oh, that's it? No epilogue or anything? Oh, that's most kind of disappointing.